football school. Something like that happens.
And we're on, and his name.
Good evening. Welcome to the August 2025 Board of Adjustment meeting in the most wonderful time of the year, football season. For those of you in the audience who haven't been to one of these meetings before, please allow me to quickly describe our normal procedure. Each item as we move down the agenda will be introduced by staff. If you'd like to speak on a particular matter and you are not the applicant, there are forms out in the lobby that need to be filled out and hand them to the clerk on my left. The applicant and the applicant's supporters are heard first. Those in opposition are heard next. If necessary, we'll have a rebuttal. Comments should be restricted to just what is at issue tonight. We don't get into neighbors not getting along with each other, what's going on with homeowners associations, or anything like that. If you are an individual and not the applicant, you'll have 3 minutes to speak. If you represent a group, a real group, you'll have 6 minutes for your comments. And also we ask that each person, when you speak, please clearly identify yourself by name and address for the record. Don't be surprised as we move along. We all will ask questions at times of staff, of applicants, of people who come up and speak, and that's just part of how we do things. But once that is all finished, the floor will be closed to conversation, and then we will discuss the matter amongst ourselves. A motion will be made, and we will vote on that motion. If you are not happy with the results of any of those votes, there is a process to appeal our decisions to the Board of County Commissioners, and after the meeting, if that's something you'd like to do, staff can help you with that process. Having said that, number one,
this is an item that we had to continue from last month's meeting because I incorrectly got my east and west mixed up, and just to say I'm sorry again to Mrs. Cooper having to come and visit us again tonight. But this is a request for a west side yard setback variance from 50 feet to 0 feet. It's for a privacy fence. It's located in Lincoln Heights. Lincoln Heights is a platted subdivision with quarter-acre lots that predates our code, but unfortunately when we had assigned zoning code to this subdivision, we only took this one block and made it into A1 zoning. So in her quarter-acre lot, she has to have a 50-foot front yard setback and a 30-foot rear yard setback. I would let you know that we are discussing this and finding a way that we can administratively change that zoning to an appropriate zoning classification. But for tonight, she has to get a variance for a fence that she constructed without a permit. This fence is located on Lincoln Avenue. Lincoln Avenue is where her is where the fence is at. Truman is where she's being addressed at, but Lincoln Avenue dead ends right next to her piece of property, so there's no through traffic. The fence is 11 feet from the edge of asphalt, and there's no sidewalks being planned for this area. And I believe that covers everything I wanted to cover, and that concludes my presentation.
thank you. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none, Ms. Cooper, do you have anything you want to add to what staff had said?
No.
And thank you for being patient with us. I'm so sorry you've had to wait a month in all of this. Gentlemen, do you have any questions for the applicant? Is there anyone here in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, is there anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Gentlemen, your pleasure.
Move to approve.
A motion to approve from Mr. Evans, seconded by Mr. Austin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? It passes. Enjoy. Eventually, it's easy. Number two, please.
Good evening, Angie Gates. Item number 2 is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 30 feet to 14 feet for a screen room addition in the R1A Single Family Dwelling District in the Winter Woods Unit 2 subdivision located at 1873 Poinciana Road. The proposed screen room addition will be approximately 624.65 square feet and will encroach 16 feet into the required rear yard setback. The rear of the property abuts the Interlocking Country Club Golf Course. The applicant applied for a building permit 256508, and at that time it was determined that a variance would be required. There have not been any other variances for the subject property, or surrounding lots, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Was there anything else? Thought I heard something. Any questions for staff? Seeing none, is the applicant here? Anything you'd like to add, ma'am? If so, we'll need you to kind of come on up here. All right. Do you all have any questions for the applicant? All right. Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? All right, gentlemen,
Move to approve.
we have a motion to approve from Mr. Beagley, second by the vice chair. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy. Number 3.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
This is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 30 feet to 10 feet for a garage. And there's 2 variances, and number 2 is a south side yard setback from 10 feet to 7 feet for a garage in the R1 AA zoning district located at 6146 Lineal Beach Drive. This subject property is located in the Bear Lake Estates subdivision. The existing garage is 16 by 30 feet, at 480 square feet. There is a code enforcement violation. It was issued for the structure resulting in the need for this variance. The inspector notes stated that the garage appears to exist since 2005, and that was based on a review of some aerial photographs. There have been no prior variances for the subject property, and that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, questions for staff? Ms. Robinson? I have one of those moments where I feel like I'm going to ask, I'm afraid I'm going to ask a dumb question, but I'm going to ask anyway. We're considering all of this solely to perhaps bring into compliance a structure that's been there for around 20 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's nothing new being considered tonight?
Now, apparently, there was a complaint called in, I think about a driveway or a gate or something, and the inspector went out and he saw the garage.
Goodness. Mr. McHugh, moving over to the county attorney's office, there's no statute of limitations on code enforcement matters?
Not that I'm aware of.
Wow. There should be.
Yeah.
Goodness. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I appreciate that. Is the applicant here?
Mr. Chair, can I have
Sir.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, sir.
I just want to be clear. So we discussed and moved motions on the variance today, but because it was built, they'll still have to go through the building permit process? Is that
Yes,
correct?
if the variance is approved, then he will come back and get a building permit for the garage.
Just to make sure everything's up to
Associated
code.
inspections.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Any other questions? Sir, do you have anything you'd like to add to what staff had said? No, sir. Do you all have any questions for the applicant? Is there anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none. Anyone easy for me to say. Anyone in the audience here to speak in opposition to this matter? Seeing none. Gentlemen,
Move to approve.
motion approved from Mr. Beagley.
Second.
Second from the vice chair. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, there you go, sir. Next step.
Item number 4 is a request for an east side yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 3 feet for a covered porch addition in the R1A Single Family Dwelling District in the Academy Heights subdivision located at 1163 Homeward Lane. The existing open covered porch is 100 square feet and encroaches 4.5 feet into the required east side yard setback. A code enforcement violation, CV 25-104, was issued for this structure, resulting in the necessity of this variance. There have not been any prior variances for the subject property, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Questions for staff? Seeing none, is the applicant here? Sir, would you come on down? I know I have a question, and the others might also. Yes, sir, please. And if you just real quick share with us your name and address.
Hi, my name is Ivan, and address is 1159 Homeward Lane.
And my question is, do y'all own the lot to the right, to the east there as well?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it was like a few years ago, we split that lot here.
All right, but it's still the same
Yes.
owner?
Yes.
Gotcha. That helps me. Gentlemen, questions? Anything you'd like to add to what staff said?
No,
Right, thank you.
thank you very
Easy
much.
enough.
Appreciate it.
Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none. Anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Chair will entertain a motion. Motion approved from Mr. Levon. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Beagley. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy, sir. Thank you very much. Number 5.
Item number 5 is a request for a north side street setback variance from 25 feet to 8 feet for an accessory structure in the R1A Single Family Dwelling District in the Paradise Point Third Section subdivision located at 1518 Balmy Beach Drive. The subject property is a corner lot and is considered to have 2 front yards for setback purposes. The front of the house faces Balmy Beach Drive, and the unimproved Camille Lane side is where the variance is being sought. A building code violation, case 24-274, was issued for this structure. When the applicant applied for a building permit, it was determined at that time that a variance would be required. On December 2nd, 2024, the Board of Adjustment approved a request for a north side street setback variance from 5 feet to 0 feet for a fence and a west side yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 5 feet, 5 to 5.5 feet, I can't read, I'm sorry, for a shed, which was also part of the
It's not
same.
just me, great.
Yeah, it's not just you. Which was all part of the same building code violation, case number 24-274. And this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, questions for staff? Ms. Gates, I have a quick question. Is Camellia Lane there, is that vacated or abandoned?
It is not, it's just unimproved. And traffic engineering, the last time that they came for a variance, traffic engineering had no plans of abandoning it or cutting through the right-of-way.
Which I guess then means then that stretch of unimproved road is owned by the county.
Correct.
Gotcha. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions, gentlemen? Is the applicant here? Anything you'd like to add, ma'am, to what staff had said? I'd have to call you up if you're going to say anything. I apologize. But gentlemen, any questions for the applicant? Okay. Anyone in the audience to speak in support of the matter? Seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Gentlemen,
To approve?
we have a motion to approve from the vice chair. Is there a second?
Second. Nope.
We have a second.
Take it.
No, Mr. Levon gets a second on this one. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy, ma'am. And our last one of the evening.
This one, very fast. This next request is for a rear yard setback variance from 25 feet to 13 feet for an addition of a patio cover in the R1B Single Family Dwelling District. The property is located in the Aloma Woods subdivision at 5540 Crepe Myrtle Circle. The proposed cover is 7 feet by 16 feet 2 inches. The cover will have a composite roof, therefore it has to meet the primary setback of the same as the principal dwelling. There is a letter of support received from a neighbor at 5540 Crepe Myrtle, and this lady abuts this property on the west.
The westerly
Sorry.
neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one closest to the.
Okay, there have been no prior variance for the subject property, and that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none. Sir, anything you'd like to add to what staff had said? If so, I'll need you to come on up.
I mean, it's not.
And then just real quick, give us your name and address, please, for the
Sure,
record.
my name's Dan Shada. Address is 5540 Crepe Myrtle Circle. There's already a screen enclosure, and it's just a pergola cover going inside the screen enclosure, so there's no additional footprint being added. It's just utilizing the cover.
You've just got a new structure you're adding to an existing structure.
I just need to put my grill someplace. It's not going to get rained on.
They didn't tell us this was a grill matter.
Well, hey, rubber stamp this baby. Let's go eat.
Let's go eat.
Gentlemen, any questions for the applicant? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? It's kind of like a USF game out there now. Anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved from Mr. Evans. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from the vice chair. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Sorry.
Enjoy. Grill
I was
away.
affirmative, not opposed.
Good night.
I follow. That is the end of the regular agenda. We have minutes to consider. The chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve minutes.
Second.
Motion approved from the vice chair, seconded by Mr. Beagley. Those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Unless staff tells me I have missed something, we are adjourned. 6:15. Let the record reflect 6:15.
Yes.